Okay, and we are off on the Royal Enfield 350 Hunter, or Hunter known to most. And initially, straight out of the gate, it's nippy, just like the 350 Classic. It's got plenty of torque and it gets up to speed very nicely indeed, actually. Very comfortable seating position. My knees are hugged nicely against the tank. The handlebars feel as though they're a little bit lower than I expected them to be. It's like I'm leaning forward a tiny bit. It's not a problem. It's like I'm leaning forward a tiny bit. If I sit back on the seat, I am leaning forward more than I would be on the Classic, which is a bit more upright. So the handlebars feel a little bit lower than the Classic. Sort of forces you into this leaning forward slightly position. Easy gear change. Only 5 gears on this one, not 6. But that's not a problem. Nice switch gears, nice and easy to use. Good gear change and very good brakes. So it'd be good to see how this pulls away. Could nip through to the front, but I shall sit here. Lovely cloud formations today. You can see that. Very nice. I did know the names of those when I was studying for my drone certification. And here we go. Oh, hello, we've got a drag race with a bin lorry. Right, well, it's safe to say it'll beat a bin lorry. It does feel nippy. It feels very comfortable on the road. Seems to change direction very quickly. And when I say nippy, I don't mean nippy necessarily just as pulls away quickly, which it does, but also sort of whips into corners quite nicely. There's no rev counter on this, so I don't know what revs I'm doing, and I can't tell you what revs I'm doing. I'm currently doing 40 miles an hour in 5th gear, and it feels smooth. Feels comfortable. I've got a decent visibility out of the mirrors. They are a little bit shaky. At 40 mile an hour, they are not distorting so much, but it's a little bit shaky on the mirrors. But I've got probably 85% visibility out of the mirrors past my elbows. So we're going to take it on the normal roads, then the faster roads, then the country roads, and then green laning. See how it holds up in all scenarios. It feels very light, I will say that. It does change gear very easily. Nice and slick as it goes in and out of gear. Great little raspy note from the exhaust there. So it dips into a corner really easily. Oh, nice little farty rasp. Lovely. Easy to see the dash. My OCD is not complaining at all for the fact that it's on the left hand side and not in the centre. We'll bypass that. I do think the mirrors could do with an extra inch. My God, I'm sick of saying it, every single manufacturer. Put another inch on the mirrors. I understand it may make them look a bit daft if they are sticking out too far, but and I suppose it does encourage you to go like that. If you didn't see what that was, it was elbow in, head out scenario. But just to make it easier, another inch would be great. Oh, good brakes. Good rear brake as well, actually. Quite often the front brake is sharp and the rear brakes are a bit nah, but these seem pretty good. So it pulls into the corner nicely. You're in the wrong lane, bell end, well done. Dear oh dear, the amount of people that have no lane control is phenomenal. Didn't even indicate either. Went round and roundabout, didn't indicate. Phenomenal. Almost as bad as the idiots that indicate right and go straight on. Now today is quite a windy day, and I'm not being blown around all over the place. It's quite planted, despite the fact that it's a light bike. I am sort of 100 kilos, 101 pre-poo, so I do weight the bike down, and it feels pretty planted. However, it still feels very light and very nimble, whipping into the corners. In third gear, pulling away, seems fine. Nice vibe from the mirrors there. Don't know if you can see that. I'm going to do that again in a minute. Vibey mirrors. Minor detail really, I suppose. Let's see if we can get up to 70. Here we go. Into fourth at 50. Up to 60. 64. Into fifth. Just like the classic, gets up to 60, okay, and then it's a hard struggle up to 70. Could do with a sixth gear. There's a car sitting right alongside me. You can get an overtake, there you go. So, it's not designed to do speed. Again, oh, how nimble that is, whipping around those corners. It feels so light and flickable. So getting up to 50, 55 is absolutely fine. And then from 60 to 70, it's a long, slow road. But you can sit at 60 quite happily. Right, let's pull off in a second and find some back roads. And as if by magic, we're in the country, on the country roads, wet, bumpy, and it's holding its own very nicely. I don't get a buzz from the foot pegs, which is good. The seat is quite forgiving. I've got no issues with it slipping all over the road, as I just showed you just there. Tractor came up on the grass, no dramas whatsoever, very simple. So don't expect it to be a space rocket, because it isn't, but it'll hold its own and it'll sit at 60. And on the country roads it's very light, nimble, flickable. Brakes are fantastic, so when you do see dog walkers walking down the middle of the road, you can very easily stop. Oh no, the playing field is gone. We'll have to play in that field. Yeah. So it's a very bumpy road, yes, and I'm not really feeling it at all. My legs are at a 90-degree angle with the foot pegs, which is quite nice. A very sort of upright, classic seating position. And I'm 5'10.5" with a 31.5-inch inside leg. And it's very comfortable indeed. In a minute we shall see what it's like on the wet, muddy stuff. But right now, I don't really have anything bad to say about it, other than the fact that I wish it would sit at 75, or not, you know, not illegal riding, of course, but have the ability to sit at 70, shall we say, comfortably for a 350. But then again, is it that style of bike? Okay, let's see what it's like on the muddy stuff. Well, it's doing alright so far. Now, as you know, when you go on the muddy stuff, it's always good to stand up. I mean, these tyres are not really off-road tyres, so they are a little bit slippy. I'm going to stand up and see. I'm going to put my visor up because it's steaming up. Okay, standing up, I am leaning forward a little bit, and I am having to bend my knees because the handlebars are a little bit lower than I would expect. Take it easy, and it's okay because it's light enough and it's simple enough and it's not ridiculously powerful, so you're not going to flip it and launch up the road. But you can, I mean, it is doing it. It is a little bit slippery, but as I say, these are not off-road tyres, so for that fact alone, it's actually doing pretty well. I do wish for this kind of riding the handlebars would be a little bit higher, but you can sit down quite easily and still ride up a track like this. As I say, I'm only doing 20 miles an hour, so I'm aware these are not off-road tyres, but it is holding its own. Piggies! Oh look, little piggies have come out. Hey little piggies, are you supposed to be out on the road? They're so cute! I'll have to go and see the piggies. Oink, oink. What do you say to a pig to get it to come close to you? Hello? I'm not going to eat you. Oinky oinky. Hello? Who's a little piggy then? Go on, get back in your field. Get back in your field, go on. Go on, get back in your field. Go on, in you go. Go on. Go on. They're so cute. Anyway, this gives me a chance to talk more about the bike. Look at it. Brilliant. Looks great in this environment. Lovely. There's something rather peaceful about seagulls following a tractor. I'm not into farming one little bit, but something very peaceful about it. But back to the bike, I think what we can confirm is that it does do pretty much anything. Now I am aware that it's not proper full-on off-road, because I'm also aware that this bike is on loan to me, and I'm also aware that these are not off-road tyres. So I am being cautious, shall we say. But it held its own on that light rough stuff really simply. It holds its own on the back roads very nicely, simply because it's light, flickable, torquey, and holds the road very well. It's very comfortable. And it can pretty much hold its own on the main roads. It'll do 60, it'll do 70 at a stretch, but it's a long, slow road. If you're sitting in traffic at 50, 55, no dramas, even 60 mile an hour. It's comfortable, it's light, it sounds good, it's easy to use. It's very flickable, and it looks cool. I like it. So really, that's all I have to say for the road stroke off-road test. A nice bike all round, and if you don't expect too much in terms of speed, I think it's absolutely fantastic. I do keep wanting to put it in 6th, I will say that. But that's all I have time for this video. I'll be back in the next video with the new CF Moto 800 MT. The adventure bike from CF Moto, very nice, looking forward to that, got it already. And then after that we've got the CF Moto 450 SR, the sports bike, so that'll be interesting as well. So until then, please like, subscribe and share this video, and don't forget to click the notification bell as well. Oh no, no entry, that's a shame. So tempted to go straight on. So thank you very much for joining me, and until next time, please ride and drive carefully, but have fun. Bye bye.